Hello, my name is Jason Rio, and these are my audience members, Colt and Evan. Today I'll be showing you guys how to run the most efficient and effective 100-meter sprint. The 100-meter sprint is one of the most technical and precise events in track and field, and the difference between winning and losing can come down to fractions of a second. I'm going to teach you guys how to be more successful by selecting the right gear and using the correct form. From my extensive research and personal application, being at the varsity level in high school for track and field, and also going to the state championship for this. Your choice of gear and the right use of form is what separates professionals from amateurs. And in order for me to help you be a more successful sprinter, I'm going to first start with the selection of gear and then go on to the correct use of form. Gear being the first component to improve your speed and also keep your body safe at the same time. The short distance sprints are very, very harsh on your body, in specific your legs. This can come down to when you're wearing the correct size, the wrong size of shoes, the right style, the correct spikes. It can all minimize injury by choosing the correct one. The proper track cleats actually come with removable spikes at the bottom, and they puncture the track each time you step foot, and it allows you to keep a fluid motion as you're going through the whole sprint. Here's a good example of one. As you can see on the bottom there of the cleat, that you have the spikes that can be removed. You also need to make sure that the brand you're picking is reputable, as you can come up with problems when the spikes come out mid-race, which can cause serious injury, as well as the wear and tear that these spikes go through. You need to have a durable brand that's going to last you a while and keep you safe. The clothing that is worn, while not as crucial as the selection of boots, is also going to make a difference because, like I said, it comes down to a fraction of a second that decides you from winning and losing. For the clothing top, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a lightweight tank top. The point of this is you want something that has minimal constriction on your arms when you're running, and I'll get into that later on why the constriction is important. And for the clothing bottoms, again, you want to choose something lightweight and short because you're trying to minimize abrasion and constriction. You want to have the most fluid form when you're doing this sprint. So after finding the correct clothing and cleats, you then want to focus on your form. This is going to you have to use your form from the start of the race all the way through the finish line. Beginning before the first gunshot, you already need to be looking and focusing on your form. Your setup and takeoff is going to be your most influential part to the race and can separate you from your opponents by a good head start of even 10 to 15 yards. What you do at the start, you start by setting up your feet in an item called a block. But this is an image of a block right there. Let me get you a better view. That's a block right there. And as you set your feet one in front of the other in that block, you put both hands on the ground. Keep your back straight. While it's still going to be arched, you want to keep it straight and use all your power into that back foot to give you that acceleration to start. So after the race has started, you want to keep fluid motion throughout using the combination of arms and legs. You can do this by combining the movement of one leg with the opposite side arm. So for example, if you're raising your right knee, your left arm should go up at the same time that you raise your right knee. This helps with being aerodynamic and effectively giving you more velocity and speed. You want to continue this pattern of opposite arm to opposite leg throughout the whole race and even through the finish line. So once the finish line starts getting closer, about 10 to 15 yards ahead, you want to be prepared for this next motion. The next motion is, as you're getting close to it, you want to lean forward, put your arms back, and this is what's going to give you a little extra difference from your opponents. And like I said, it comes down to decimals of a second that can determine a win and a loss. So this extra effort to get yourself forward is really gonna give you that slight edge over your opponents. And while I understand that some of this all this information can be a little bit information overload, I do think it's very important, and it will make you a more successful sprinter. In conclusion, I would take great pride that what I taught you today becomes applicable and helps you become a faster sprinter through the selection of the correct gear and also the use of the right form. Last thing for you to do is go out there and put your new skills to the test and run like the wind. Thank you, everyone. And also, my sources, Gray relation analysis on different phases of men's 100-meter dash, how a 100-meter event analysis improved our understanding of world-class men's and women's sprint performance, the selected determinants of acceleration in the 100-meter sprint, as well as modified track shoes and their effect on the EMG activity of calf muscles. Thank you very much.